guest coming through here today for some reason. And speaking of which, we got the great Chazz Palminteri. I say your name wrong every time. I'm sorry for that, Chazz.
But he's not a paisan, so he doesn't know.
That's all right.
But we saw A Bronx Tale here in New York City Wednesday, Jimmy and I, and Chazz walked in. I ran right up to him, shook his hand, and I just said, unbelievable performance. We were blown away. I want to say what I said to you personally. I never saw a standing ovation happen faster in my life. I go to the theater every once in a while or whatever, but, I was saying sometimes you're in a theater and you're not sure if you should stand up for the performance, and then maybe one person stands up and gets it going, and then the momentum starts.
Exactly, right.
When that play ended on Wednesday, it wasn't even a question. Everyone just stood up at the same time and just gave you a standing ovation, and that had to feel good.
It does feel, it feels great. It feels great, Opie. It's been happening every night, so I'm real excited that the people are really responding this way.
It's an amazing thing to go up there by yourself for over an hour and a half and put on a performance like that. If the people don't appreciate that, they're crazy. That's why you get that standing ovation instantly. It's just an amazing thing.
Yeah, it's just Chazz. It's the set is very, very simple. There's not much going on with this. The set. You got the street corner, you got the stoop, you got the bar, and that's about it.
That's about it. All the rest is in my mind and in my imagination that I make the people see. That's the idea of that.
The amazing thing is, though, if there's not one moment where you feel like you're watching somebody act, it was really depressing to watch. Like, it was so good. It was like there's one scene where you point, like you're saying, this is where the candy store used to be or something, like you're gesturing, and it's just part of the stage curtain. And you don't feel like somebody is gesturing to a stage curtain. You feel like a guy's just walking you through his old neighborhood. And I know if I did it, I would be like, and this is where the thing is. It would just be awful. And it was just amazing to watch a guy tell a story so seamlessly for an hour and a half. It really was. It was beautiful.
Yeah,
well, I appreciate that.
And
now, how did this come about? Because obviously you did this before the movie,
right?
And then the movie was based on your one-man show.
It was based on this play, yes.
And so how did this come about now to come back and do it again?
Well, I thought about doing it again. I've been thinking about it for a long time. And then I said, you know what, I'm young enough to still do it because it is like a marathon. And I said, I think I should still do it, because I really wanted the message that it gave the young kids, the young people, about the saddest thing in life is wasted talent. And so many people have seen the movie and said, I saw that film, it changed my life. Or a guy said, my son saw the film, I took him to see it. And, he was fooling around with drugs, but he realizes now he don't want to waste his life. So it had an impact on people, and I knew that the play even has a stronger impact when you see it in person. Mm-hmm. So I said, I want that message to get out there. I want to do it again, and what better place to do it on a world stage than on Broadway? And I decided to do it.
And it's true that people know it's the story of Chazz and the gangster Sonny.
Yes.
And De Niro, I think, it was this story is that he wanted to play Sonny, and you said no.
No, that's not true. No, I know a lot of people have said that, but that's a misconception. Actually, when I did the play, everybody wanted to make the movie. It became the hottest property in L.A. since Rocky, and every writer, director, producer wanted to do it, but they didn't want me. They wanted a star in that role. And so I said, look, I got two conditions. I play Sonny and I write the screenplay. And they said, it's not going to happen. I mean, they offered me like $250,000, and I said no. And I didn't have no money at the time. I said, I didn't care. I said, I play and I write it. And they said no. But in Hollywood, when you say no, it means, he really means he wants more money. I know what he's saying. So then about a month later, they offered me $500,000. Doubled it. And again, I said, and they said no. I said, forget it. So I would say a few months later, I was with William Morris then. I signed with William Morris at the time. And they called me in and they offered me, I went in and I sat down and the guy put a piece of paper across the table and he said, sign that piece of paper, you have a check for $1 million tomorrow. And I looked at him, I swear to God, and I said, is there a bathroom around here? And he said, what? I said, is there a bathroom? He said, yeah, right over there. And I walked into the bathroom. I'll never forget it. I walked into the bathroom, and they were all waiting in the big conference room. And I looked in the mirror, and I had some water, put it on my face. I looked, and I went, nah. I really said something else,
You went, He just mouthed what he really said. I think they can figure it out there.
And I said, nah. I said, I'm playing it, and I walked back out, and I said, look, I'll sign that paper, but I write the screenplay, and I play Sonny. And they said, He just looked at me and said, "The movie will never happen, Chazz." And I said, "You probably won't with you, but it'll happen." And he said, "Why is that?" I said, "Because it's too good." And I went back and I started doing the play again. And then Robert De Niro saw it. And he came backstage and said, "Look, I know the insanity that's going around in Hollywood, that you want to play Sonny and you want to write the screenplay. I'll tell you my feelings." He says, "I think you'll be great as Sonny, and you should write the screenplay because it's about you." He goes, "I'll play Lorenzo, I'll direct it, and if you shake my hand, that's the way it will be."
Wow.
I shook his hand, and that's the way it was.
It would have been funny if you made De Niro read for it.
Oh, please, no.
You ass. Hey, you and Jimmy have someone in common, De Niro, and the only reason I bring this up because it made the paper today, being turned down for a picture with De Niro made the Post today. By the way,
Yeah,
you should tell Chazz to his face.
I don't want to embarrass you. De Niro was very nice. He was nice about it. He was very pleasant, but I asked him for an autograph, and I just a picture. I tapped his arm. I'm like, "Bob." I called him Bob, and I figured that he would think I knew him because I'm like, he's so famous, he won't realize I'm a nobody. He'll think we did a gig together. And he looked at me. I'm like, "Can I have a picture?" And he goes, "No." All right. But he was very pleasant. He wasn't being a jerk. He's like, "If I take one, a lot of people will ask. I just want to go say hi to Billy," because he was talking to Billy Crystal, and it was just, it was just.
We bring it up today because it made page 6 in the
I
Post.
told the story.
No, but Bob, let me
Just want to embarrass Jimmy in front of him.
He's really a great guy, but he is right about that. If
Yeah.
you take one picture, you're done. You're dead. That's it. So I do understand what
Well, I
he's
wanted
saying.
to tell him,
whole
look, I've
afternoon
talked
doing
to
that.
everyone. They won't bother you. They've elected me the lucky boy.
We really got to take
Fantastic.
We got to take a break. Got to get the big plug.
All right.
in here.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's the Walter Kerr Theater here in New York City, 48th Street between Broadway and 8th. Tickets 212-239-6900. You're going to be doing this until February?
February 10th.
I'm hearing February 10th.
It's a limited run till February 10th.
Very good.
Okay.
It's Chazz, everyone.
Chazz Palminteri, thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Absolutely.
Thank you
Amazing.
so much. Thank you.
All right, we'll be back with Mike Rowe from Dirty John.
Hey, I got a bathroom story for you.
All right, good. It's Opie and Anthony.